I didn't have a Floyd Mayweather to stand behind me and tell me, about what's right and what's wrong.
Davis's corner. So you have Coach Calvin, and Coach Calvin is the head trainer, and you have Coach Kenny, who really specializes on preparing game plans specifically for opponents.
Gervonta Davis has reunited with Floyd Mayweather ahead of his rematch against Lamont. Mayweather says he still supports Gervonta and is proud of everything he's achieved. He described Gervonta as a kid to him and said he doesn't take anything personally if Gervonta speaks out. Floyd made it clear he wants Gervonta to succeed and hopes he brings more power and focus into the upcoming fight.
Tank Vince out on social media. He's been through a lot, throughout his life. So, but I take my hat off to him. I'm proud of him. Saturday night we had a game plan, and a lot of times when he says certain things on social media, I say, he's to me he's still a kid, and when I was that age, I probably would have did the same thing. I didn't have a Floyd Mayweather to stand behind me and tell me, about what's right and what's wrong. He got the job done, but my hat off to Ryan Garcia, tough competitor, tough fighter, and the best man won.
Recent footage from Gervonta Davis's loss. Vegas camp showcases a fighter deeply immersed in preparation as he sharpens his skills ahead of the rematch. Every sparring session seems meticulously structured. Observers have noted increased stamina, precise footwork, and full engagement in drill. Sources sharing insider clips describe a laser-focused Davis maintaining peak conditioning and a razor-sharp mindset. This environment reflects more than routine preparation. It signals strategic evolution for a significant bout. When Gervonta parted ways with Mayweather, promotions Floyd Mayweather offered public support. He praised Davis's ambition, emphasizing self-determination. More power to him. Floyd's stance reinforces their bond, acknowledging Davis's desire to control his career trajectory even after separation. This sentiment underscores mutual respect. Floyd's pride in Davis's growth and Gervonta's drive to step into his own. Both speak of a mentor-protege relationship grounded in empowerment rather than ownership.
And there's nothing like taking a kid that come from the same background as you and helping them and put them in a position to become a multi-millionaire. You meet a kid, he come up to you for an autograph. You sign an autograph for him, then I tell him, in a few years when you get older, I'm gonna work with you and I'm gonna make you world champion someday. Years later, I started working with him, helped him, pushed him to be great. And if he feels like, he's grew wings where he can fly and become his own boss, more power to him.
Mayweather continues to monitor Davis's career closely, particularly his standing on the pound-for-pound list. Concerns arose that Davis was receiving P4P recognition due to his ties with Mayweather. Promotions Floyd addressed this, expressing that affiliation shouldn't penalize talent. His support has become a voice for fairness and recognition, reiterating that Davis merits top billing regardless of team alignment. This advocacy echoes mentorship. Floyd's care extends beyond coaching, impacting reputational spheres in boxing.
When is Gervonta Davis going to go somewhere in the pound for pound? Anui deserve to be in the pound for pound? Absolutely. Do Terrence Crawford deserve to be in the pound for pound? Absolutely. But what about Gervonta Tank Davis? He deserves to be somewhere also in the pound for pound.
Why don't they give him that credit?
Because he was affiliated with me.
In a bid to leave no room for error, Davis has embraced full accountability. In camp, he's brought back trusted coaches, reassembling the inner circle from his peak years. This move reflects intense sparring partners, conditioning specialists, and strategic minds who understand his style. Dave identified prior missteps and addressed them through rigorous sessions drills, situational sparring, and high pressure. Conditioning this holistic check ensures Davis enters the ring with zero blind spots with anybody else who is a tank.
Anybody else who is a tank Gervonta Davis fan nervous watching that fight last night? I was nervous after probably the third round. I was like, yeah, I don't know about this. Here's the thing. I think we all know Tank didn't take this fight as serious as he should have. In the post-fight press conference, he said he didn't know what round it was. He said he lost track of the rounds. That's not like him to do that. But I think he went in with the same game plan he typically does, where he just wears these guys down and then kind of baits them into just a crazy uppercut counter. And if you saw in the 11th and 12th round, he was going for it, but he couldn't connect it because this Lamont Roach guy, he's fast, he's quick. And as a Baltimore native, I wanted Tank to win. I wanted him to win. The whole Be More DC thing, I wanted him to win. I don't know if y'all saw when Tank was getting his hands wrapped, he was yawning. He didn't take it serious. But one silver lining is that he's probably not retiring now. He's got to take that rematch. And here's the thing, when he takes that rematch, when they do fight again, this fight, Tank's going to win this handily. He'll probably win it in the 7th or 8th. But yeah, it wasn't a draw. Tank lost that fight. Yeah, he took a knee. Strategically, he took a knee. But he took a knee. Tank lost that fight, unfortunately. But I'm excited for that rematch. I feel like it's probably going to be the most watched boxing match in history.
Gervon split from Mayweather. Promotion stirred headlines call it a public disagreement made all the more stark because of how visible it was. Davis wanted autonomy, Floyd prioritized structure. That tension framed a narrative of mentorship tested by professional ambition. Now their reunion prompts renewed dialogue. Observers see reconciliation not just as closure, but as a strategic alliance. Both men appear to have agreed the breakup may have been necessary, but reaching back now signals maturity and a shared agenda moving forward.
And I expect to get respect by letting me speak.
Thank you. Floyd, I want to switch gears real quick, man. Gervonta said, I'm not signed to a single soul. So is Tank now a free agent, or is he still signed with Mayweather Promotions?
Well, this is the Mayweather Deji press conference. So I'm here to talk about Dubai. I'm here to talk about entertaining the people, having fun. And I'm not here to talk disrespectful or bad about any fighter. They say America is the land of the free. So we live, we love, and we keep striving each and every day. That's what life is about.
Davis has reunited with longtime coach Calvin Ford. Ford's relationship with Davis runs deep, built on trust, discipline, and mutual respect. Their collaboration early in Davis's career shaped championship performances, and now they've aligned. Again, Ford's return brings strategic clarity. He knows Davis's strengths, temperament, and tendencies better than any external coach. With Ford back in camp, Davis regains a familiar voice, one that recognizes both in-ring spark and offering stability.
He's 100% correct. Personally, I had Gervonta Davis up a round, because whenever you have rounds where nobody's doing anything, I'm not just going to do what most people do, and especially people that don't like Gervonta Davis, which is just give the round to the other guy, because Gervonta Davis didn't manage to knock him out that round. Okay, so this is Gary Russell Jr. clearly saying, man, no, I don't think Lamont Roach won that fight. You also had Al Bernstein, and Al Bernstein, I'm telling you, is a very, very straight, fair guy who I don't know if he was on that call, but he used to work with Showtime. I don't know if he was on there. I don't recall if I heard him. I think it was Rolly Ronaldo that was calling it. But Al Bernstein, who was a very, very objective person, said, hey, look, no. Sorry to break it to you, but Gervonta Davis won that fight. Yeah, Lamont Roach put up a really good fight, but Lamont Roach was not dynamic. He did not do anything to really separate himself from Gervonta Davis. He just kept it equal. He just tried to keep it even the entire fight. And that's not enough, again, to take the belt from the champion. Now, I do want to say that the people that thought that Lamont Roach won, I don't have any problem with that. I really don't have a problem with it at all. I personally, again, had a point for Gervonta Davis, but I could see how those swing rounds really could go, depending on who's looking at it, really could go different ways, right?
Kenny Ellis's inclusion adds another layer of preparation. Ellis, a veteran within acute tactical mind, is overseeing technical refinement and performance. Consistency, as coaching emphasizes mid-fight adjustments and round by round strategy, preparing Davis to adapt dynamically. Ellis's presence in the corner will be crucial. He'll analyze Roach's patterns live, correct Davis's positioning, and reinforce game plan. Pivots together Ford's familiarity and Ellis's analytical approach form a powerful coaching duo. The Davis-Ford partnership is characterized by intangible chemistry. Ford knows Davis's instincts, his natural tendencies, reaction patterns, and the mental triggers that ignite peak performance. Their rapport transcends standard. Coaching is an alchemy of experience, emotion, and in-ring intuition. That energy, a blend of accountability and mutual belief, provides confidence and resilience, especially under pressure. Davis enters the camp not just physically prepared, but psychologically reinforced.
Think about the fact that, that Lamont Roach was seen at a basketball game chugging a beer. And I would have added to the question that you see Lamont Roach out giving a bunch of interviews, doing the interview circuit, right? Kind of being a little bit out of character leading into the rematch. Do you think, and this is what Mill City asked, do you think that is something you guys are taking in consideration in preparation for the fight? And what Kenny Ellis said was, look, man, we're not falling for the banana in the tailpipe. We know what Lamont Roach brings to the table. And he says that Lamont Roach is, we're not believing that he's out there drinking or blowing up a bunch of weight and all of that. He says what most people say, hey, we're going to prepare for the best version of Lamont Roach that is going to, that'll come for us. But the way that he saw the fight coming out was he said he sees it like the fight before, a lot of really crisp shots landing.
On the other side, Lamont Roach is approaching this rematch with measured focus. He's publicly declared respect for Davis's power and acknowledged that the first fight exposed gaps in his own approach. Roach's camp aims for comprehensive preparation, analyzing thousands of minutes of Davis's footage, drilling against southpaw angles and sharpening his high tempo pressure game in treating this rematch as a fresh slate. Roach is refusing to rely on past successes.